Humans see ourselves as like detached from nature. We see ourselves as like the overlords of the environment, but we aren't. We're bound to this environment. People really need to start realizing that if this is toast, then they're toast as well. My name is Jasper Lutchens. I'm 12 and I'm a middle schooler in Los Angeles. I'm talking about my project, the River Monitor Beacon, today. I guess you could see me as an activist, but we don't really have much of a choice, because if we don't do anything, then in a few decades we won't be doing so hot, or we might be too hot. I was in 3rd grade, and I think I was 9, and I saw how polluted the river was. We were doing this project on the wildlife in the LA River with FOLAR. It's a nonprofit dedicated to the cleanup and preservation of the river. And so I thought I needed to do something about it. So LA Sanitation has this website where it displays the levels of bacteria in the water, but it's pretty hard to find. So the idea behind the monitor is just we want to display that data to the public easier. So the river monitor of itself displays the amount of bacterial pollution in the water, specifically E. coli, which makes up a lot of the bacteria present in the water. I think around there, I saw a buildup of trash, kind of in the center of the river, and I guess that's what kind of woke me up. A lot of the water in the river is actually recycled water from LA Sanitation. They have a sewage plant, and they dump a lot of their treated and recycled water into the river. That's a little bit polluting. And also there's the whole sewage spill problem. There's, I guess, people just being careless and throwing trash. The River Monitor Beacon has 3 different colors, red, yellow, and green, kind of like a stoplight. So green, you can go in, but still rules apply. You don't swim in it, you don't drink from it, you don't fish in it. But you can kayak, you can canoe. Yellow is you should take caution. It's like advised not to go in, but you still can go in. And red is completely closed. And also later on they added another function, which was a flashing red, which is for flash flood warnings. Well, when they read the sign and see that the monitor is red, which it a lot of the time is, they'll probably realize, man, our river is polluted a lot. And hopefully they'll try to pitch in at least a little to the cause of cleaning up our river. It just puts the idea in their mind and they can take it from there.
Do you have
This was completely separate. Remember we tried to model the ADU?
Right, that's true.
We made a Lego model and I brought it to my dad. And then we made something on SketchUp and found the LA Sanitation site. And then from there we made a loose idea of what we wanted and brought it to FOLAR. And FOLAR arranged a meeting with LA Sanitation, specifically with the deputy director, and he really liked the idea, and he gave us some funding and some engineers. We met with the engineers, and they showed us what they were thinking of and where they wanted to put it. And then they were installed 2020, I think. The 3 main components of the beacon are the light, which is up there. It has this sort of shelling around it because that makes it brighter during the day. That's actually a modification that they had to add later. And then there is the telemetry and electronics box. That's where all the data comes in from. And then the electrical part of it is attached to the solar panel, and the solar panel powers the beacon. I see it as like an obligation for our generation. I feel like this isn't the only thing we should be concerned about. I mean, there's a whole other field of climate action that people should be helping with. It's just cool to see something that's there and exists and has probably made an impact on people. Makes me feel that I'm actually doing something instead of just like watching the news and being like, oh man, we gotta do something, and then never doing something. Doing this project, I guess I can just show them that, hey, 9-year-old did this. You can probably do this too. You're like 30, get off the couch. Older people can vote. Older people have all of these rights that we as children don't really have. And they have the right to change things. They have the right to change their government. They have the right to instigate laws or taxes on things that are destroying our ecosystem. Older people aren't all of it. Younger people can still help. They can organize themselves, they can protest, they can persuade their parents to vote on things that they support. I really think that young people should be more involved in climate action because it's our future to protect.